At the edge of a small mountain village, there once lived an old lady. Her house was tiny, made of stone, but it was brimming with love. She had no children, no money, and no big name, but she possessed something incredibly rare: peace. Every day, she would light a small fire in her fireplace, cook a simple soup with whatever grew in her garden, and hum old songs that no one else remembered. The villagers adored her. Whenever they felt sad or lost, they would visit her, and she would greet them with a warm smile. Even when she had nothing, she still laughed, her joy a quiet but steady flame. Late one evening, a strange traveler knocked on her door. The old lady opened it slowly. "Who are you?" she asked, her voice gentle. The traveler smiled. "I'm just passing by, but I've heard about you. They say you have lived a good life, so today I will give you a choice." "A choice?" she asked, intrigued. "Yes," he said. He led her out of her small home and to a quiet, moonlit meadow. There, standing mysteriously in the middle of the grass, were 3 doors. One was golden and shimmering, another was made of solid, polished wood, and the third was old and rusted. The traveler pointed at them. "Behind one of these is your deepest desire. Behind the other 2 is only disappointment. Choose one." The old lady shook her head and laughed softly. "I'm too old to chase dreams," she said. But the traveler insisted. "Come with me. Just look." She looked at the 3 doors, her gaze passing over the gleaming gold and the sturdy wood. Then, without hesitation, she walked toward the old, rusted door. The traveler frowned, confused. "Why this one? The others hold so much promise." She smiled gently. "Because," she said, "the most beautiful things in my life have always come in old, worn packages." With a soft creak, she opened the rusted door. Inside, there was nothing. Only dust dancing in the moonlight, and a profound silence. The traveler stared at her, expecting to see sadness, or at least a flicker of regret. But the old lady just laughed, a soft, tinkling sound that filled the quiet meadow. "Aren't you upset?" he asked, truly bewildered. She shook her head, her expression calm and content. "I came into this world with nothing, and today I still have my smile. So, I haven't lost anything at all." The traveler was silent for a moment. Then he slowly opened the other 2 doors. Behind the golden door were piles of shining gold coins and jewels. Behind the wooden door stood a vision of the old lady, but young, beautiful, and surrounded by riches. He turned to her, his voice soft with wonder. "You could have had all of this," he said quietly. "You could have been wealthy. You could have had your youth back. You could have had so much more." The old lady looked directly into his eyes and smiled, a smile that seemed to hold all the wisdom of her years. "More than peace, more than knowing how to smile in the dark, more than the joy of a simple soup and a quiet heart?" she asked firmly. "I already chose the right door." And with that, she turned and walked back to her little home, back to the small fire that still waited for her, back to the pot of soup that was still bubbling on the hearth, back to her soft songs and her gentle, unwavering smile. The traveler watched her go, a silhouette against the warm glow of her window, and he finally understood. He understood that sometimes true happiness isn't hidden behind the golden door. It's not about what you gain or what you could have had. It's about being thankful even when the door you choose is empty. It's about finding joy right where you are and learning to smile even when life feels small. Sometimes, that is the greatest treasure of all. Thanks for watching.